As while putting up the boards, she was brought to tears by the peaceful protests. The 4th Avenue Merchants Association tells us they do welcome peaceful demonstrations.
Yeah, the big question, though, about that damage, well, who is actually going to pay for it? So we asked 9 on Your Side's Craig Smith to find out.
While some people marching downtown were trying to make a point about racism, others were making a point of smashing things. Surveillance video caught someone busting out the glass from a downtown restaurant and bar called Zen Rock. Charo Steak lost a lot of glass to vandals over the weekend. Owner Ray Flores says it could be tough to replace the special artisan glass in time to reopen for Father's Day. But he is thinking about more than his business.
We're very sad about what happened in Minneapolis. We're very sad about what happened to Mr. Floyd and his family. And, this hurts us, but some broken glass is not a big deal comparatively to what happened to his family. So we'll recover, and we hope so. We'll hope America will recover also.
The Rio Nuevo district is working to help cover repairs in the downtown area it works to develop. Most businesses can rely on insurance to help cover repairs. Robert Tate of Budget Insurance says generally insurance will not cover terrorism or acts of war, but insurance companies regard incidents like this weekend as vandalism covered by typical insurance.
It wouldn't matter if it was an individual that came by and broke your window or if it was a gang full of people that broke your window. That's the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's still vandalism.
Flores says he's grateful for help that goes beyond what insurance can do.
I just want to thank the city of Tucson and the community. They've been great to us, and they've a lot of messages of support. And, we don't have anyone to blame. There's no reason to blame anything right now. Let's just go back to work and rebuilding our country and our community.
Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.
Public schools now have a roadmap on how to reopen in the fall. The Arizona Department of Education released guidelines today. It's designed to be a roadmap. This is flexible, and each school could look different based on the community's needs. It's broken down into 4 scenarios: full return of students, only distance learning, a hybrid of the two, and emergency closures. Sunnyside Superintendent Steve Holmes says he hopes families read it.
I think they did a really good job. It's pretty comprehensive. It's a good document to help people think through. And I hope people read it because it also shows the complexity of making these decisions.
And we have a link to AD's full roadmap, which includes information specifically for students and families on our website, kgun9.com. Meantime, in-person graduation ceremonies in Tucson Unified have been canceled. They were to be held at the end of June, and Superintendent Gabriel Trujillo made the announcement on Facebook. Trujillo says the cancellation comes because of an anticipated spike in COVID-19 cases. Now let's go to Kyler Diggs, and we saw some rain and some flashes of lightning in Tucson, so very active out there.
Yeah, it's been a busy afternoon for many of us across southern Arizona, including especially the south side of Tucson. Let's go right to the radar and show you what's happening right now. We continue to see the strongest of the thunderstorms over central Pima County, and most of these thunderstorms have just been kind of drifting to the west today. Not a lot of strong movement on. We now have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for central Pima County and a couple of flood advisories in that area as well. We also have a flood advisory for the Tucson metro area because of that heavy rain we had about a half hour to 45 minutes ago on the south side. Some neighborhoods picking up around an inch of rainfall, and now that rain is kind of drifting off into the southwest side of the Tucson metro area, but it's not very heavy. The flood advisory goes until 6:45. Looks like we'll see some clearing overnight tonight. And then we're talking more hot temperatures for the midweek forecast.
All right, Kyler, thank you. Breaking just moments ago, Maricopa County Superior Court judges repeatedly released protesters from custody this weekend after finding Phoenix police arrested them without probable cause. One defense attorney said that most of those arrested were given copy and paste statements and did not know what charges they were facing. And we'll have more on our website at kgun9.com. The Olympics may have been postponed to next year, but the Special Olympics are finding ways to keep athletes connected. And when the Arizona chapter hopes to start up in-person competition again. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. As part of our continuing series, The Rebound to Arizona, we take a look at how Special Olympics is moving forward during the pandemic. 9 News Eye's Chandrea Thomas has the story.
The Special Olympics in Arizona typically runs from July through May, but the coronavirus pandemic is changing the game on how they plan to move forward. According to the CDC, there are over 60 million Americans living with a disability.
I bet during a bowling and do some bowl.
And one of them is Jacob Groves. He lives with his father, Greg, and has been competing in the Special Olympics for years. He spends his time practicing and playing, but nowadays, things are different.
Sometimes it's hard for him to understand that you can't really run up and hug everybody anymore, which he likes to do.
The COVID-19 pandemic is changing the guidelines for how the games are played. Jamie Heckerman with Special Olympics of Arizona says the organization is adjusting. Events were shut down in April.
We've transitioned all of our events over to virtual events through a platform called SOAZ Connected. It's something that we developed, and we really are focusing on health and fitness.
Virtual events like e-games, workouts, cooking classes, and dances have become a new way of staying connected.
Our goal is to not socially isolate them, and unfortunately with COVID, they are now very socially isolated, more than they ever were before. If they're a more vulnerable population, they're not going to work because it is a little more scary for them.
They're also taking steps to keep events safe for athletes, volunteers, and spectators.
We're providing masks so they can practice. We're providing gloves or hand sanitizer, Clorox wipes, whatever it may be. We're working to put some kits together that we can get out to our programs once we start up.
Greg says it's important to pause and understand the dynamics of those with special needs as we navigate the changes to our social norms.
People that have special needs are not going to realize everything that's going on quite as well as you do. So don't freak out if they come close to you, and just try to gently remind them they're not supposed to do that.
Right now, there are 21,000 participants and 24,000 Special Olympics volunteers in Arizona. The organization is hoping to start back up by the end of the summer, and swimming is the first low-contact training event on the list.
August and September, we will look at competitions if we can hold a competition and number of people that can be at that.
We have more information on KGUN9.com. Chandrea Thomas, KGUN 9 on your side.
And if you have a Rebound Arizona story to share, let us know at kgun9.com/rebound, or you can email us at rebound@kgun9.com. A little relief from the heat with the clouds and some rain in southern Arizona. Kyla will tell us for how long. Plus, a Tucson favorite offering family fun is open again. A look inside golf and stuff and why it's absolutely Arizona. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side.
First Warning Weather is brought to you by Rhino Shield.
All right, we've got a lot happening across southern Arizona. In fact, I'm updating a new warning right now as we speak. Let's start out by taking a look at a time lapse from today, and this will load here in just a second. There we go. And this is looking to the south over the Santa Rita Mountains, and we can see those clouds building throughout the day. We had just enough moisture